You have to think big. Never, ever, ever let yourself think small, do small, or be comfortable where you are if it's not where you want to be. You might have massive goals that seem so far away, but the only way you're going to get to them if you put a massive amount of work in, as if the goal is massive, too massive for you to even achieve. You have to put that level of work in to then achieve it. But never ever let yourself think small. Even if you're in a 9 to 5 and everything around you is small, you're working you're working on the minimum wage, all you do is work. If you feel tiny and if you're in a tiny situation and you're nowhere near where you want to be, the only way to get out of it is to remember the goal and always think big. Thinking big isn't just about thought though, it's about action. Think big, act big. Don't ever let yourself drop your standards because your surroundings are small, because your surroundings are thinking small. Your actions have to be big, your discipline has to be massive, and your thought process has to be big. To get out of where you are, to free your bloodline, you have to think massive. If your environment does really and truly change how you develop, adapt who you are, your mental environment has to be at the pinnacle of life, has to be at the pinnacle of discipline, has to be at the pinnacle of action. Your environment up here has to be thinking big, even if your physical environment is thinking small. Don't let yourself get sucked into the trap of small thinkers that are around you. You have to stay a big thinker. Guard your mind, guard your environment. The environment's up here. Create the environment you want by the habits you have. Any spare moments you have, you put towards thinking big. And if you think you're thinking big enough, double it. Think even bigger. That's what Gary Vee told me, so I doubled all of my goals for the end of this year. If you think you're thinking big enough, think bigger. If you think you're doing enough, do more. Or become more efficient. Or become more high leverage in what you do, even if you don't want to spend more time towards something. But never, ever, ever let yourself think small. The moment you think small, the moment you act small, the moment is the moment you become small. All your goals are out the window now. You're not thinking for them, you're not acting for them, they're going to be gone. Don't let your environment dictate how big you think. Think big, act big. You've got to remember, if you're feeling small, if your situation is in a place totally away from your goal, the furthest point you can imagine away from your goal, you got to remember who you're doing it for, why you're doing it. Would they want you to think small? Would they want you to give up because your surroundings aren't exactly how you want them? Would they want you to? Think about it. I'm thinking about my future family, my future wife. Provision for all my family. Would they want me to think small? No. Would they want me to act small? No. Would they want my environment to dictate the man who I am and the man who I'm going to become? No. Think about the future. Think about why. Keep that in your mind and work. The last sentence of this video. Never, ever, ever let yourself think small. Always, always, always be thinking big.